stop in at Williams Creek.
Yep.
We're going to stop at Coward Spring, Oodnadatta, and whatever else we can find along the way. So we'll hope you'll come and join us. Don't forget, guys, if you want to keep following us along, hit that subscribe, hit the like, give us a like, and hit the notification button.
Sounds good to me.
See you on the track.
See ya.
Having a quick look inside the Mari pub now, and inside here one of the rooms is totally dedicated to Tom Cruise, who was Australia's Outback famous postman who delivered the mail from Mari to Birdsville in his old Leyland Badger way back in the 1930s, 40s, 50s and right up into the 60s.
Ghan Railway, it's an old diesel. Here's a look inside the locomotive. You can see the engine there, big massive diesel engine. And turbines down here for cooling. Look at this thing. Camel here, what's he made of, Hilda?
Well, he's made out of all the railway sleepers. Going anywhere.
Not going anywhere?
I don't think I'm winning the Camel Cup on this camel.
So this is one of the Afghan mosques from the Afghans that used to live in the area.
Old Ghan Track. Alright, I'm not a fan of videoing through the windscreen of what you're up to, but there's probably really no other way to sort of catch the beginnings of the Oodnadatta Track. So here it is. What's it like? We've lowered our PSI to 25. What are we in the caravan?
30 on the caravan.
30 on the caravan. We're getting a pretty smooth ride. There are some corrugations. There's some heavy stone areas, and yeah, obviously you've got to protect for all the stones flinging up into your van and your car and that. But otherwise, so far, it's pretty good. This is the Wanglana siding, so part of the Ghan Railway system, which is obviously all pulled up in that now, the Old Ghan. Basically, this building has three little houses, mini houses, all built into one. Basically, they're all pretty much the same. They've got a lounge room with a fireplace, 2 bedrooms it looks like. Moving along, and then up out of nowhere pops this place that they've named Plain Inn. Availability of something there. Glass at one end, there's corellas up the top, and then there's finches in the little hole there. So we've not only got galahs, corellas, finches, doves, and there's also some nests of kites. So you can see 4 babies there, and then there's another up the top of the plane as well, I can see. That's 5 babies.
This one says no more bombs. What does it say on the back?
Rust in peak.
What do you think this one is, honey?
Maybe changes of time, tree of life. Alright, so there's another sculpture. So what do you reckon this is?
I reckon it might be some kind of ancient, primitive musical instrument.
I don't know about your tune, but...
Oh. So we have here a massive wind chime. Even have an old windmill here that's been converted into a piece of artwork. Look, they found me.
Made it to Little Lake Eyre, or the southern end of Lake Eyre.
Yeah.
Bucket list.
Tick
Tick.
that one off.
Travelling
along the Oodnadatta Track, about every 20 kilometres or so you come across the ruins of these sidings, Fetler cottages, and Kurdamerka was one of those, and actually it was one of the most intact ones. It's been restored and has been used every couple of years for one of the balls, Kurdamerka Outback ball, and several thousand people turn up apparently and have a party. The Fettlers had a very important job. They looked after the railway track and kept it nice and clean and in running order and removed any debris from the track. Fetler lived out here in these remote stone cottages and pretty remote kind of life, and lived pretty much by themselves a lot of the times, and so their job also when the train came in was to help them re-water the boilers on the steam trains and provide the coal as well, re-coal it.
Kurdamerka station. So this big cylinder here is actually a water mineral desalination unit. So they obviously we're getting the water from the bore or wherever, because we're right near Lake Eyre, so it's full of salt and sulphur and minerals. We're walking out here to check out the bubbler out near Coward Springs. At Coward Springs. We didn't get a real good site, but there are nice lovely date palms and everything down there. Going to go and check out the artesian plunge pool. Okay. The old station master's house, and they've done it all up here at Coward Springs. So the railway line at Coward Springs ran right through here, and apparently where we just had our little spa pool, that has been established since 1887.
Another one of the rail sidings on the Ghan Railway. I think this one's called Fetler Springs.
Birds out here take advantage of everything. Oops.
Oh, found the source of the water for all the birds. There's this, well, it's a huge dam, I guess. It's like a little mini lake here.
We're taking a look now at Strangways on the Oodnadatta Track, and it was discovered in 1858 by Warburton and then established as one of the earliest pastoral leases in South Australia in the 1860s. By 1871, the Overland Telegraph established their base there, a repeater station at the homestead, and in 1876 the station homestead moved to Anna Creek, who now still owns or leases this property and helps to manage it. In 1884 the Great Railway, the Ghan Railway, came through and used it as a siding there, and then the repeater station was closed down in 1896 and moved to William Creek.
I was taking a few friends with him.
This is why we wear fly nets.
Oh my god. Crap. We're up on top of one of the mounds. Old spring. Dead one obviously at the moment, or now. This is out the back of Strangway Springs. Old sheep station and telegraph station.
Hey guys, when we're out in the wilderness like this, miles and miles from nowhere, we always have one of these. It's a satellite communicator, so I can contact friends, family or emergency services. It's got an SOS button. And we've got the little SOS button there, so I just need to press that button and then I can communicate with emergency services and tell them what our situation is, and they can send out the appropriate help.
Water. We found one with water.
We did.
Said spring. And it's cold, huh?
Yeah, it's cold. You can
Okay.
It goes down probably 1,000.
Oh, I can see little bubbles over there underneath that bit of a cliff. So it's bubbling up over here where we were looking. Apart from the rain. I can't believe it's raining out here, but there is bubbles coming out of this. So you can't see them because they're so quick and darty, but little finches, of course the water's right here, isn't it? So they've got a whole life going on here. Look at all the poop. Look at these plants getting a few drops of rain. Vital food. This is the cemetery at Strangways on the Oodnadatta Track, and grave of Mary, who was 32, died in 1895, and I think I read it was due to complications of childbirth. So a very remote land out here, that's for sure. There's a few graves up here on this sand hill. There's no way else to get this. Look at all this mud flying up on our caravan. We're on the Oodnadatta Track. Sorry, I know it's really shaky, but there's no other way to capture that. All that mud flicking up. It's just rain. It's raining and it's recently been graded, and yeah, there's this mud flying everywhere on the Oodnadatta Track. We're just heading up to Williams Creek. We're going to four-wheel drive for this road.
Yeah, I was steering sideways and still going straight.
Because it's so slimy.
Yeah, the road's
with the
really
rain.
slippery. I've had to really slow down. I'm doing like 50 kilometres an hour.
Look at this big mud is like jumped up on the windscreen. Ugh. One extreme to the other. We were struggling with all the corrugations and it was rough as guts, and now this has been graded, but it's as slippery as anything because now it's wet.
This is the state of our van after we got off the track. We've just entered William Creek, and this is what our van looks like. That's just the driver's side.
And we're going to go see Lake Eyre and the Painted Hills, and we're going to take a walk through the Painted Hills.
So I had to get one here.
fossilised abalone. Very heavy actually. Just got off the plane, went over Lake Eyre. Oh, it is amazing to see that. Like, it just looks like all this snow and ice, and yet it's in the middle of the desert and it's all salt. And yeah, there's a few springs out there.
It was pretty incredible.
Just the change of range in colours. And then we went across to the Painted Hills. They're located on Anna Creek Station, which is the largest cattle station in the world. Basically, it's 24,000 square kilometres.
That's pretty big.
Which was 5 million acres, is that right?
Yeah, about 5-6 million acres.
Yeah, amazing. So those hills are really an amazing feature as well, and that's a newly opened up area that you can go to on these tourist flights. Like we're destined to try out all the golf courses in all these towns, all these quirky golf courses. So here's the one at Williams Creek. There's the golf course. Oh, yeah. Did the ball go somewhere?
Well guys, when you come out to William Creek, this is where we end up. The ladies of course have a little bit more, let's say, subtle amenities, but come to the Duff Creek Bridge on the Old Ghan Railway. We believe it's the second largest across any of the creeks along the Old Ghan.
It's kind of surreal that we're in a place that people worked, 160 years ago.
Yeah, I do. Especially being on the Ghan Railway, which is, an iconic kind of railway in Australia, or the Old Ghan, I should say, what's left of it. Yeah, I do.
It's a funny feeling, like you can just, I don't know, like I see, blokes coming out of those cabins and coming out here to shift all the, well, I don't know that these ones would have got so covered in sand or whatever, but they still probably would have had to do maintenance and stuff, like.
This area would have been, 100 years ago, would have been bustling with people. There would have been just...
Found a few relics from the rail line. This looks like some sort of old Kero wick box or something, like a lantern with a wick centre in it. And then you've got your telegraph into it. So going to have a look at a place, an old ruins called Peake Hill, and it's a 19 kilometre in and 9 kilometre out, 4-wheel drive in. So I'm going to pop the caravan here, take it off and go in and check it out. They obviously didn't treat it. So this magnificent, this building. This is the main repeater station.
These are the privies. And like the main house is way back there. That's a long walk if you're in a hurry. This is the mine walk now, this part. So as you can see, we're heading up to the mine there. See, I can see copper already. Superman. Copperite might make you have no powers, I don't know. So, heading up Slag Hill. Look at it, just a big mound of slag. The slag. Close up like it's shiny. Look at it. And there's the community and the telegraph station and that down there. This is the smelter. So here's a big batch of rocks waiting to go into the smelter. So these bits are just little traces of copper. I mean, they would have found whole veins that they would have been pulling out. So they would have had to crush all these rocks and get all the copper out. So they had to go through a series of washing and smeltering just to get small copper. We're down about 1 kilometre off the road, I think, and the campsite's been made here for people to come and use. It's by this beautiful waterhole. There's a bit of the old platform and the crane there, and old railway crossing bit there, and there's the railway station, which is now the museum.
So this is the end of the Oodnadatta Track for us. From here we're going to head down to Peake and hopefully do a little bit of opal prospecting.
Don't forget guys, if you're enjoying our videos, to hit the subscribe, give us a like if you're liking our stuff, and follow us.
Give that notification bell a bit of a tap.
Oodnadatta!
See you later.